never thought that it'd be so simple, but I found a way, I found a way. If you open up your mind, it's gonna take some time to realize. But if you look inside, I'm sure you'll find. Over your shoulder, you know that I told you I'll always be picking you up when you're down. So just turn
around. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now be seated.
Good morning, Wildcats. Coming up in today's show, we have more info on this year's prom.
We also have boys baseball in the studio to update us on their latest game. I'm Ryan Knudsen.
And I'm Max Lynn. Today is Wednesday, March 28th, and West Ranch TV starts right now.
Ooh, they think I've got no reason to give myself a right to share what I believe in. Ooh, they say I've got an issue, always on the edge, cause I don't trust people. But I don't need your word on what I'm into. A freak it to my ego, forbidden if I make it mainstream. But I've got that wildfire head.
If you're interested in applying for scholarships, the Santa Clarita Valley Education Foundation will award up to $15,000 in scholarship funds to graduating high school students who have demonstrated an interest in pursuing education-related careers. The application is due on Friday, March 30th and can be found on Naviance. See Mr. Hansen or Mrs. Kazan in the counseling office if you have any questions. Recently, our very own SUV students have been inspired to make a change in our local community. Savannah gives us a closer look on the March for Our Lives over the weekend.
The recent tragedy in Parkland, Florida has sparked youth movements across America, where young people are sharing their voices in an effort to create lasting change and provide a better future for the next generation of student activists. West Ranch High School student Izzy Kroom shows how her small effort can help kids participate in a powerful movement to call attention to issues that deserve more exposure and support those who were affected by the Stoneman Douglas tragedy.
We had kids write letters for 3 days during the week, just sharing their voices and saying, Parkland, we stand with you, we're here for you, and we don't like what's going on, and we're here with you to create change. We're working with you to make a step forward instead of a step back.
Moving forward, teens are feeling more empowered than ever before to make a difference and voice their opinions despite what others think.
I think we as students constantly think we can't do a lot because we're just students, but I think that's not correct. One thing that I think we could just all do is be loud with our anger and our frustration.
As students, we're often thought to not have a capable voice in matters like this, but in this instance, as with many instances before, I would argue students have more right to speak up than anyone does.
On Wednesday, March 14th, 2018, students walked out of their schools nationwide, including West Ranch High School, where students formed their own demands about how to keep our schools safe. Student activists Derek Megan and Dylan Edwards were two leaders of the movement who voiced their demands as a united group.
When I heard about the Parkland shooting, I was devastated. This is the 18th school shooting we've had this year, and I'm frustrated and angry. Not only do we not understand why these kids did what they did, but there's been no recourse of action. There's been no corrections made.
God, shut up!
Despite our differences, it is crucial for our country to come together as one in order to prevent future catastrophes from occurring ever again in our nation.
We're going to help all these students up here, even though we don't share the same opinions, share their voice too, because it's really important that kids 17 victims that lost their lives because they felt safe in a place that wasn't safe.
Our voices matter more than anyone's because we are the next generation. We are the people that need to make this change that wasn't done before us. And it is unbelievably important to come together, not only as students, but as a country with this tragedy. It is a shame that it had to wait for this to happen, but now that it has, we can't argue that anymore. It's done, it's over, we need to get together now. We can't keep waiting for things like this to happen.
Power in numbers. That is the perfect example of people coming together, not out of protest of hate, but out of a protest for unconditional love for each other, that they're so sick of seeing innocent people dying. We love each other too much to let each other die. And I think these protests and these rallies are doing just that. It's not saying we hate our government, we don't want them anymore. It's saying we love each other enough to fight for each other and our lives.
So together, we can make sure we protect ourselves by joining.
Although tragedy has hit our country countless times before us, students today believe that this generation is the new era for change, no matter how small or how big it will look like.
I really do believe we are the generation for change. I think we have so much going for us. We are a group of smart, strong students who know what we're capable of, and we won't let any barrier stop us. So I think although we've been working hard to get things accomplished before, the situation, although it's really devastating, has ignited the fire within students across the country and across the world to say, I'm not okay with how we are living, and I am here to change that. And so everything I do, I'm going to put my energy into stepping forward and making people feel safer for generations to come after us.
It is the power of students and their voices that allow this generation to spread activism nationwide as well as across the globe. It is important to not only consider the power of the individual, but also the power of all young people, aspiring to change the course of our nation's history for the better. For West Ranch TV, this has been Savannah Burrows reporting.
You may not completely agree with all of the demands that we have laid out, but I know that we can all unify under one common theme. We want safer schools.
Thanks, Savannah. Just as a reminder, the library will be closed today during brunch and lunch because of the SCS BOA competition. We'll be using the library today. All students with an open period will be directed to the 200 building.
Closed meetings today at lunch are Hello World in room 518, SWE in room 427, and SCORE in room 307. A big congratulations to the West Ranch dance team for their grand championship at the East Coast Elite National Competition this past weekend in Long Beach. Great job, girls. Prom tickets went on sale this past Monday. Riley's in the ASB office with Miss Prisky to give us all the details. Riley?
Thanks. I'm here with Miss Prisky to talk a little bit about prom. So prom tickets went on sale this week. What do we need to know?
Yes, this is the first week of prom sales, and it's also the lowest price to purchase a prom ticket. They start at $145 with an ASB card, $155 without. Prices go up on Friday, so make sure that you take care of that this week. You have to pick up a prom packet. You have to get your ASB clearance and your library clearance before you can purchase the ticket. You can purchase your tickets online, or you can come into the ASB office, cash, credit, or debit card only, and prices go up Friday at 1, so make sure you take care of it.
Sounds good. And can you tell me a little bit about the prom mag?
Yes, a prom magazine is amazing this year. We had some fabulous students put it together, and it's featuring students, juniors and seniors this year, that are modeling dresses and tuxedos from businesses around the city. And it's an amazing magazine this year. The first 150 prom sale tickets that are sold will receive a copy of the magazine.
Thank you so much. Don't forget to buy your prom tickets this week. That's all for me. Back to the hosts.
Thank you, Riley. Seems like prom this year is going to be a great and expensive time.
Pencils of Promise is having a school supply drive collecting packs of pencils, markers, pens, and notebooks for NHS hours. If you're interested in receiving hours for this cause, bring supplies to room 307 during tutorial and brunch this week. The ASB class of 2021 will be hosting a fundraiser from 12 to 9 p.m. at the Panda Express down the Old Road. West Ranch UNICEF will also be holding a fundraiser tomorrow at Cafe Rio all day, so make sure to come out and show your support for the West Ranch clubs and ASB.
Our baseball team has been working very hard this season. We now have Kaila in the sports corner with 2 members to give us more info on last night's game. Kaila?
Thank you, Ryan. It's a pretty big day for our Wildcats sports. Starting off with boys varsity tennis going against Valencia at 3. Then we have varsity boys golf league number 2 at Valencia CC at 12. Followed by boys volleyball versus Valencia at Valencia. Frosh at 3:45, JV at 4:15, and varsity at 5:30. And lastly, our boys baseball team will be going against Golden Valley at Westrange at 3:30. I'm now joined with Brendan and Vinny, 2 members of our baseball team. Thank you guys for stopping by.
Thank you.
All right, so Brendan, I heard you guys had an exciting game against Valencia last night. Can you give me some highlights?
Yeah, we had a couple of huge pinch hit singles off the bench and a game-winning single from Jovan Camacho, and our pitchers were dominant the whole way.
That's awesome. And Vinny, how will you guys keep up this positive energy from last night's win and apply it to today's game?
We're going to try to take yesterday's energy and momentum and keep going forward and be loud today so we can beat the Grizzlies.
That's awesome. Congrats on your guys' win and good luck today. Cats, that's all from me. Let's take it back over to the hosts.
Thanks, Kayla. That's all for today's show.
Don't forget, tomorrow is a minimum day due to open house. I'm Ryan Knud.
And I'm Max Lynn. I hope you all have a great day.